Hello and welcome to Open House 2020. Certainly not the way I've ever done Open House before, but that's the year we've got. Lots of things are going to be very different this year. My name is Mr. Bibza. I teach Integrated 1 and Integrated Math 2. This is some information about me. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read more, because I'm going to go fairly quickly here. This is my 23rd year teaching, 22 of them here at Aurora. I've got a math education degree and 2 master's degrees. I'm a soccer coach. I've been coaching a long time, a couple different places, a lot of the time here in Aurora. My family, I adopted 3 children from Africa, so we've got 5 of us in our family. 2 of those are at college now and 1 is still at home with us. Last month I earned my black belt in Taekwondo, so don't mess with me. I got skills. And on the side, I'm a stock options and future trader as well. So some things about me. I've got lots of different interests and things I like to do. There we go. Class info. Where are we? If you come into the school and you turn left down the first hallway, you'll find us. It'd be a great idea to pause the video here. If you're in Integrated Math 1, this is our Google Classroom code. VH7Q5FA. If you're in Integrated Math 2, SZAWPYD. Those are the important codes to get in. My email and phone number are here if you need to reach me. Math class in a pandemic. We're in different times we haven't seen before. There are more questions than answers. Lots of things we want to know how it's going to go and how it's going to work. And there's some stuff we're just not going to know. And we all just kind of have to accept that there are not answers for everything right now. But if we all do our best, we will get through this just fine. And that's all we can expect of each other, is just to do our very best, to make the best of the situation that's at hand. Things are going to change. As soon as we think we get it figured out, it's going to change. So we got to kind of embrace that a little bit. In terms of planning for the class, what that means for me is I'm going to start trying some things, and then we'll see what works, and we'll do more of what works, and we'll do less of what doesn't work. And we've got to be a little flexible to see what's the best thing. We can envision what we think is going to be the best, but until we get into it, we start working together, it's really hard to know how people are going to be able to learn best in this environment. But the things I think we can all agree to is that this is the time we just need to support each other. We need to give our best to each other, listen to each other, and be gracious with each other. We are all going through this, and nobody has it easy right now. We all have different experiences that are difficult. Okay, what are we going to learn? Well, we're going to learn math. Integrated math is investigative, and it's integrated. What that means is that a lot of our things that we're going to be figuring out and diving into and discussing. Very much more figuring out and very much less teacher shows me how to do it, I do 100 of these and now I got it on the test. It's not a cookie cutter formula a lot of times it's just thinking through and putting together the things that I know to be able to find something new. More of puzzling and problem solving really than it is repeating a process. Integrated just means that the topics are a little bit blended because it all goes together. Algebra, geometry, statistics, all interweaves. Integrated 1 is much more algebra and statistics. Integrated 2 is much more geometry and statistics. But they're all there. They all work together. What stuff do I need for class? I need a notebook for my everyday work and a folder and my Chromebook every day that's charged. And I need a graphing calculator that's Texas Instruments, TI-83 or newer. Most people have a TI-84 all the way up to TI-89. Those will all work great. I need a system to keep track of things, whether it's my calendar, my planner. How am I going to know what's coming up if I'm a student? If I don't see my teacher if I'm Thursday and I don't see him until next Monday or next Tuesday, what do I need to have? How do I keep it all straight? That's going to be the big thing here. We need a supply of pens and pencils because in the pandemic age, I can't give you a pencil. But you know what? If you have a whole bunch of them and you come to school really well prepared, then when you lose your pencil, you got another one ready. And if you could bring a smile, boy, that just makes it good for everyone. Okay, what's my teaching style? Well, in a non-pandemic time, normally I teach by movement and arguing. I try to get students up at the boards working, actively doing things, or moving around the room in some way, because learning is way more fun when you're moving than if you're sitting. And I try to start arguments. That's a lot of my job is getting arguments started and letting people hash it out until they figure out what seems to be the best. But in this pandemic age, we can't move as much as I normally do, so we have some limited safe movement. Some ways in which people can be up at boards but still distanced with markers that only they touch, things like that. Still, we're going to try to do discussions in small groups, either here or virtually. You can see my classroom here. We got pods of desks, of groups of threes of people working together, because where learning happens so much better when we're collaborating and working together. I like to use short instructional videos. You'll find those on Google Classroom as we go. And I like to promote critical thinking and give opportunities for students to show your brilliance. Find the insight. Have your moment where you can contribute to the conversation and come up with the thing that nobody's thought of yet. Okay, Google Classroom, super important, students and parents, to make sure that you're checking this every day and that you know what's going on. This is where everything is updated, so make sure you're there. Finally, thank you. Couple things that I think we can, that are important thoughts, is to leave room for things to evolve. It's going to change. That's kind of okay. We just need to do our best as we can. A lot of the trouble right now is that we are all battling our expectations. What we thought school would be, what we thought life would be, it's not that. And that's okay. It just is what it is now, but we got to recognize that we are fighting our own expectations. And if we can let some of that go and just say, what is this? How can I make this thing that it is the very best it can be? Then that's all we can do. We got to do the best we can with what we can control and move forward from there. And I think if we all do that together, we're going to have a great school year. We're going to have one to remember. We're going to have one to talk about for years to come. And I can't wait to get started and to start meeting some of you and to start working with the kids again. Here we go, 2020.